The sky deepens into a quiet blue, and the world seems to soften around you. There is no hurry, no need to move, only the gentle pull of the present moment. The air is still, and with each breath, you sink a little deeper into the space between thoughts. All that exists now is the gentle rhythm of your breath, the soothing silence, and the soft pull of your own awareness. In this space-time feels irrelevant. There is only the unfolding of the moment. Nothing to do, nothing to prove. Just you, here now, in the peaceful embrace of the night. The stars above, distant and calm, offer their quiet presence, reminding you that even in the vastness of the universe, there is stillness to be found. As you settle into this gentle moment, the teachings of the Buddha return to you. The impermanence of everything. How the morning dew disappears with the first rays of the sun. How the seasons change without a sound. Life, like the night sky, is constantly shifting, and yet there is peace in knowing that change is not something to fight, but something to embrace. You feel the warmth of this understanding settle within you, like the sun's rays gently touching the earth at dawn. Everything is in its place, just as it should be, and you in this moment are enough. There's nothing more to seek, only this, only now. What remains when all the striving fades away? The stillness around you deepens, and in this quiet space you find the absence of urgency. There's no need to rush, no need to reach for the next moment. It's as though time itself has paused, allowing you to simply be. The gentle flow of your breath becomes the most important thing, steady and constant, like the pulse of the earth beneath you. The world beyond the quiet room feels far away, and yet in this moment, you are perfectly connected to it all, without effort, without strain. You recall the words of the old monk you once met, who spoke of the concept of no self. He explained that the self, the part of you that identifies with thoughts, emotions, and possessions, is not as solid as it seems. It is like a cloud passing through the sky there for a moment, but never permanent. The real you is like the sky itself, vast, open, and free. It holds everything, but is not defined by anything. The clouds come and go, but the sky remains unchanged. As you sit in the stillness, you allow this understanding to sink deeper within you. The thoughts that arise in your mind are like clouds, and you can simply watch them pass by without attachment, without judgment. You don't need to hold on to them. You don't need to chase after them. Just as the sky holds the clouds without becoming them, you can hold your thoughts without becoming them. And with each passing breath, you begin to feel lighter. You are not the thoughts you think, not the emotions that stir within you. You are the observer, the one who watches with compassion and understanding. In this moment, you are free. What remains when you let go of everything you think you are? The quiet deepens, and you begin to notice the subtle space between each breath, the space between each thought. There is a vastness in this space, a softness that gently envelops you. It is the same space that holds the stars, the same space that cradles the moon. It is not something you must seek or try to control. It simply is ever present, ever available. This space, like the present moment, is where true peace lives. The teachings of the Buddha remind you that in the absence of desire, there is freedom. Desire pulls us, constantly urging us to seek to grasp, to become something other than what we already are. But in this moment, there is nothing to grasp, no need to become. You are already complete. In your mind, an image forms a quiet lake, its surface smooth as glass. Not a ripple disturbs its calm waters. The moon reflects perfectly a mirror image of its own light. The lake does not try to hold on to the reflection, nor does it seek it out. It simply is. In the same way, you allow yourself to simply be. There is no need to try harder, no need to force your mind to be still. The stillness arises on its own, as naturally as the lake's reflection. It comes from within when you stop striving, when you stop clinging. You realize that peace is not something you must search for. It is always here, beneath the surface of your thoughts, beneath the surface of your desires. When you let go of the need to control, to make things happen, you begin to experience the peace that has always been available to you. What is it like, this peace that comes from letting go? In the stillness, you feel the weight of your body softening as though the earth itself is gently supporting you. There is no effort required to hold yourself up. The ground beneath you provides everything you need. You surrender to this support, allowing your body to relax deeper with each passing moment. There is no tension in your limbs, no strain in your shoulders. Every muscle, every joint is at ease, sinking into the quiet embrace of the earth. You reflect on the Buddha's teaching of sunyata, or emptiness, the understanding that all things are interconnected and that there is no separate self. Just as a river is made of countless drops of water, so too are you made of countless moments, countless breaths, all flowing together in a seamless union. There is no I without the we, no self without the world. The more you let go of your individual identity, the more you become aware of the vastness that holds you. You are a part of everything: the trees, the mountains, the sky, and the stars. You are not separate from this world, but intimately woven into it, part of the same vast infinite web of existence. As you sit quietly, you can feel this connection, this deep interdependence. The sense of self begins to fade, and in its place, you are left with a profound sense of belonging. You belong to the earth, to the universe, to everything. You are not apart from it, but woven into its very fabric. With each breath, you move further into this understanding. You are not defined by your thoughts, your body, or your past. You are the space in which these things arise, and just as the sky holds the clouds without becoming them, so too can you hold your experiences without becoming them. What would it feel like to fully embrace this connection, to let go of all that divides you from the world? As you continue to breathe, you notice the way each inhale fills you with quiet energy, and each exhale gently releases any remaining tension. It is as though the very act of breathing is a bridge, a link between you and everything around you. The simple rhythm of your breath connects you to the universe, to the pulse of life that flows through all things. In the silence, you remember that the Buddha once spoke of the middle path, an existence that is not defined by extremes, but by balance. It is neither the pursuit of endless desire, nor the renunciation of all things, but the peaceful acceptance of life as it is. The path does not lie in striving or in resisting, but in being fully present with what is here now. As you settle deeper into this understanding, you realize how much time you have spent chasing after things that are fleeting, things that promise happiness but never truly satisfy. And yet, here in this quiet moment, you are reminded that contentment doesn't arise from seeking more. It arises from the acceptance of what is. Just as a flower blooms where it is planted, so too can you find peace right where you are. There is nothing you need to change, no place you need to go. Everything you need is already here within you, in the stillness that fills the space around you. You are enough just as you are. The world outside may continue to move, may continue to change, but here in this moment, you are free. You are at peace. You are part of everything and yet completely at ease with yourself. What happens when you stop trying to change and instead allow yourself to simply be? In the deepening quiet, the world around you seems to fade further until there is only the soft rhythm of your breath. Each inhale draws you deeper into the stillness, and each exhale releases the final traces of tension. The world does not ask anything from you now. The thoughts that once clamored for your attention begin to lose their hold. The mind, once restless, finds a natural rhythm in the flow of the present moment. You remember the teaching of non-attachment, a core truth that the Buddha shared. It is not that we must abandon everything, but rather that we learn not to cling to anything. Just as a leaf falls from a tree, it is not held back by the branch, nor does it try to remain on the ground. It simply falls effortlessly. In the same way, you can release the need to cling to thoughts, to desires, to fears. The moment you stop gripping, stop holding on, you begin to experience freedom. The freedom to just be. The freedom to let things come and go without resistance. The freedom to witness your life, your thoughts, your emotions without becoming attached to them. They arise, they pass, and you remain the quiet observer, untouched by the flow of time. As you sit in this space, you feel a deep sense of release. There is nothing left to hold on to. The weight of the world, the burdens you once carried, all seem so distant now. The more you let go, the lighter you become. You are no longer bound by the stories you have told yourself, no longer confined by the need to control or to fix. And in this lightness, there is peace. It is the peace that comes from knowing you don't need to do anything to deserve it. It simply is. It always has been. The stillness around you, the peace within you, are gifts that are always present, waiting for you to notice. What would it be like to surrender fully to this freedom, to release everything you think you know, and simply rest in the simplicity of being? As you sit, immersed in the gentle flow of your breath, you become aware of the simplicity that surrounds you. There is no need to analyze, to judge, or to strive. The mind, which once seemed so cluttered with the demands of life, begins to settle like dust gently falling to the ground. In this stillness, there is nothing but the quiet space between your thoughts, the soft pulse of your breath, and the deep knowing that all is well. The Buddha taught that suffering arises from our attachment to things, our expectations, our desires, our need for control. But in this moment, you realize that freedom comes not from attaining something new, but from letting go of the need for anything at all. The desire to be different, to change, to improve, these thoughts dissolve in the quiet. You do not need to become more than what you already are. You are enough just as you are. The image of a flower blooms in your mind, a delicate blossom that does not strive, does not force itself to open. It simply unfurls in its own time, without effort, without resistance. The flower does not compare itself to others. It is simply what it is. In the same way, you are free to be yourself exactly as you are. You are not defined by what you have done or what you have yet to do. You are simply here, breathing being. In this gentle release, you find yourself more and more in tune with the present moment. You no longer seek to escape it, nor do you cling to it. It simply is, and you are here to experience it. The quiet deepens, and with each passing breath, you feel a sense of calm wash over you. The world outside can continue as it will, but here in this stillness, there is no rush, no need to be anywhere else. What if you could simply trust that everything will unfold as it should, without the need to force it, without the need to understand it all? The night stretches on, and the deeper you settle into the quiet, the more you become aware of the gentle rhythm that flows through everything. There is no need to push forward, no need to grasp for what comes next. The present moment holds you gently, like the still surface of a lake reflecting the stars above. The surface is undisturbed, and beneath it, everything flows in perfect harmony. You remember the teaching of sati, mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in each moment without distraction. The Buddha spoke of mindfulness not as something to attain, but as a way of living. It is the art of simply being with whatever arises without judgment, without expectation. When you practice mindfulness, you are not concerned with what should happen, but simply with what is. The breath, the body, the stillness. There is no need to control it, no need to change it. As you rest in this awareness, you begin to notice how each breath seems to guide you deeper into the moment. Each inhale draws you in, and each exhale lets you go. The breath is the bridge, the pathway to stillness. It is the constant, the rhythm that never stops. In this simple, steady flow, you find a sense of peace that comes not from trying, but from simply allowing. Your thoughts, which once seemed so loud and insistent, are now distant echoes. They come and go like birds flying across the sky. You do not chase them. You do not cling to them. You simply watch them pass by, knowing that they are temporary. In this space, there is no right or wrong. There is no need for understanding. There is only this moment, this breath, this awareness. You are here present and whole in this vast, quiet universe. You are part of it all, yet separate from nothing. The sense of separateness fades, and you are free. What happens when you let go of the need to understand and simply allow the present moment to be all that is needed? As the night deepens further, a quiet peace settles, enwrapping you like a soft blanket. The gentle rhythm of your breath continues steady and unwavering. It is the only constant in a world that is ever changing, and in this constant, you find a deep sense of security. There is no need to control, no need to strive. Everything is unfolding as it should, and you in this moment are perfectly aligned with it. The Buddha spoke of the path to enlightenment as a journey of inner freedom, a freedom that comes when we let go of our attachment to self and to things. You begin to feel the truth of this teaching in your own body, in your own breath. The struggle you once carried within you begins to fade. The tension of holding onto desires, of seeking something beyond this moment, slowly dissolves. You feel a shift in your awareness, as though your very being is becoming lighter, less burdened. You realize that the weight you've carried, the expectations, the worries, the need to be more than you are, was never truly yours to carry. It was simply a story you told yourself. And now, in this moment, you let that story go. You do not need to be anyone other than who you already are. The world does not ask you to be anything more than you are in this moment. The quiet deepens. The only thing left is the sensation of breathing, of being alive. You are not the thoughts that pass through your mind. You are not the feelings that rise and fall. You are the space in which they appear. And as you rest in this space, you realize how vast and infinite it is. There is no end to it. There is no need for it to change. It is simply here always. And in this vastness, you are free. Free from the need to become something. Free from the need to understand everything. You are simply being. And in this being, there is a peace that transcends everything you've known. What would it feel like to surrender to this vastness, to let yourself simply rest in the unchanging peace of this moment? The night is now a vast expanse, and you and your quiet presence are fully embraced by it. Time no longer exists in the way you once knew it. There is no past, no future, only the infinite silent unfolding of this moment. Each breath you take seems to stretch into eternity, carrying with it the soft certainty that you are here now exactly as you are meant to be. The world continues to move, but in this stillness, there is no hurry, no need to chase after what is yet to come. You remember a simple truth from the Buddhist teachings, that peace arises when we stop seeking it, when we stop looking for it in external things or distant places. Peace is not something to attain, it is something to recognize within ourselves. It is already here, always waiting for us to notice. In the silence, you begin to sense this peace as an ever-present, gentle current. It flows through your body, through your thoughts, through the very air you breathe. It is a calmness that does not ask you to change, to improve, or to struggle. It is simply the state of being in harmony with the present moment. You are exactly where you need to be, and everything is unfolding perfectly. The quiet within you expands, and in this expansion, you feel a deep sense of connection to everything around you. There is no separation between you and the world. The trees, the sky, the stars, all are part of you, and you are part of them. You are the sky that holds the clouds, the earth that supports all things. As you breathe, you let go of all that once felt heavy. There is no need to control, no need to push against the current of life. You are carried like a leaf drifting on a stream, moving in harmony with the flow of the world. You realize that the more you let go, the more you allow yourself to be carried with ease. The tighter you hold on, the harder it becomes. But in surrender, in acceptance, there is freedom. What would it feel like to trust completely in the flow of life, to release the need to direct the course, and instead simply float along with it? In the stillness, there is a quiet reassurance that you are safe. The more you breathe, the more you let go, the more the world feels at peace. The tension in your body, the weight of expectation, begins to soften, and with each exhale, you release a little more. There is nothing to prove here, no goal to reach. You simply exist, and in your existence, you are whole. The Buddha's teachings spoke of dukkha, or suffering, which arises from attachment and clinging. But here, in this peaceful moment, you see the truth of this teaching. The more you hold on to thoughts, desires, or fears, the heavier they become. But when you release them, when you let them float away, like the wind carries leaves, you feel lighter. You feel free. The more you let go, the more you are able to experience the world as it is, not as it should be, or as you want it to be, but simply as it is in its perfect imperfection. You let yourself be with what is in this moment, right here, right now. There is no need to chase after happiness, no need to hold on to sadness. Both come and go like passing clouds in the sky. You are the sky, vast and unchanging, holding them without attachment. As you sit in this deep peace, you realize that the very act of surrendering, of letting go, is what brings you back to yourself. You are not lost or incomplete. You are whole just as you are. You are not defined by your thoughts, your past, or your struggles. You are the calm awareness that holds it all, the space in which everything arises and fades away. What would it be like to surrender to the fullness of who you are, to simply be with yourself in this moment, free from all the layers of expectation and fear? In this space of surrender, you feel the weight of the world lighten as if it were never yours to carry in the first place. The past is a distant echo, and the future is a dream yet to unfold. All that remains is this moment, this simple, perfect moment where you are whole, where you are at peace. The stillness is not an absence, but a fullness that fills you from within. You are the space in which everything exists, and in this space, there is only peace. The Buddha spoke often of the nature of impermanence, the truth that all things change and nothing remains the same. In the quiet of this moment, you feel this truth deeply, not as something to fear, but as a release. When you embrace impermanence, you no longer feel bound by the past nor anxious about the future. You understand that everything, including yourself, is part of an endless cycle of change, a cycle that is neither good nor bad, but simply is. Just as the seasons shift without effort, so too does life unfold in its own time. And in this moment, you let go of any need to control or predict what comes next. You realize that life will continue to flow, whether you are pushing against it or allowing it to carry you. The more you allow yourself to be carried by it, the more you feel its rhythm, its flow. And you begin to trust that just as the river follows its course to the sea, so too does your life unfold in its perfect time. With each breath, you allow yourself to soften even more, sinking deeper into the present moment. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to change anything. You are exactly as you should be, exactly as you are. In this deep acceptance, you feel free, liberated from the endless striving and pushing that once consumed you. What would it feel like to trust in the unfolding of your life, to know that you are already where you need to be, and that everything is in its rightful place? As you continue to rest in this peaceful state, you feel a profound sense of contentment. There is no need for external validation, no desire for recognition or achievement. You realize that true contentment comes not from what you have or what you do, but from the quiet, knowing that you are enough just as you are. There is nothing you need to prove or chase after. The very act of being is enough. The Buddha taught about the importance of letting go, of relinquishing the need for control, and embracing the natural flow of life. In this moment, you experience the deep freedom that comes from letting go. The thoughts that once pulled you in all directions no longer have the power to disturb you. They come, they go like clouds drifting across the sky. You simply observe them without attachment, without judgment. You are not your thoughts, nor are you defined by them. You are the vast open space that holds them. As you rest deeper into this awareness, you begin to notice the subtle shifts within you. The tightness in your body begins to dissolve, and the tension in your mind fades away. You feel a gentle warmth in your chest, a sense of being held not by anything outside of you, but by your own awareness. You realize that you are always held by this quiet presence, the unchanging awareness that observes everything with compassion and love. The world outside may continue to move, may continue to change, but here, in this moment, there is only stillness. No matter what happens, you remain connected to this peaceful space. You are not pulled by the turbulence of life, but instead, you rest in its calm center, like a leaf floating on the surface of a tranquil lake. You are part of the flow, but not defined by it. What would it feel like to trust in the peace that is already within you? To rest in the certainty that you are enough just as you are. In the gentle quiet, you become more aware of the softness of your body. the steady rhythm of your breath. There is no need to rush, no urgency to move or change. You are fully present in this moment, where time seems to stretch and bend around you. The world outside may be full of motion and noise, but here there is only peace, a peace that you carry within yourself, a peace that you can return to whenever you wish. The teachings of the Buddha remind you that suffering arises from attachment to desires, to expectations, to the need for control. But as you sit in this stillness, you realize how much lighter you feel when you let go of that attachment. When you stop holding on to what you think you need, the world becomes simpler, easier to navigate. You no longer fight against the current of life, but instead you surrender to it, trusting that it will carry you exactly where you need to go. You feel a deep sense of relief, like the weight of years of striving is slowly being lifted from your shoulders. There is no need to try so hard. You can simply be. The air you breathe, the calm in your body, the steady beat of your heart, these are enough. In this moment, you are everything you need to be. The stillness around you feels expansive, as if it holds the entire universe within it. You are a part of that vastness, but you are not overwhelmed by it. You are simply a presence, a quiet witness to the flow of life, moving with it, but not bound by it. You are the observer, free from judgment, free from the need to act, to do, to be more than you are right now. In this spaciousness, you feel a sense of wholeness. You are not broken, not lacking in anything. The pieces of yourself, once scattered by worry and fear, now come together in this moment of acceptance. You are whole, and all that you need is already within you. What would it feel like to fully accept yourself, to rest in the knowledge that you are complete just as you are? The quiet deepens, and with it comes a profound sense of belonging. You no longer feel the need to prove your worth, to chase after validation or external accomplishments. Everything you need is here in this moment. You are part of the world, but you are also separate from it in a way that allows you to be still, to simply be. There is no expectation of anything beyond this moment of peace. No future demands, no past regrets. The teachings of impermanence echo softly in your mind, reminding you that change is the only constant. And yet in this moment of stillness, you realize that even impermanence is not something to fear. It is simply part of the natural flow of life, like the rising and setting of the sun, the changing of the seasons. Each moment, fleeting though it may be, is perfect in its own way. It is enough to simply be with it, to honor it as it is without needing to grasp or hold on. You begin to understand that the very nature of life is to flow, to change, to evolve. And in that flow, you are carried. The currents of life do not need to be controlled or resisted, they simply need to be experienced. You are part of that flow, as integral to the world as the stars in the sky. With each breath, you are reminded that you do not need to control the tides of life. You do not need to dictate what comes next. Life in all its forms will unfold as it should. And you, in your deep abiding peace, will flow with it, moving through it with grace and ease. In this stillness, you find rest. you find the deep, nourishing quiet that allows your mind to release, your body to soften, and your heart to open. There is nothing more to do, no place to go. You are simply here, whole, complete, and at peace. What would it feel like to trust that you are already in the right place to surrender fully to the unfolding of your life without trying to force it? In the deepening calm, there is a sense of timelessness. It is as if you have entered a space where time no longer holds its usual sway. The past and future are distant, mere whispers on the horizon, and all that remains is this moment, pure and expansive. Every breath you take, every subtle shift in your body, feels in perfect harmony with the world around you. There is no rush to move forward, no urgency to change anything. Everything is as it should be. The Buddha's teachings on non-attachment fill the quiet space of your mind. You are not bound by the need to hold on to anything. There is no pressure to change, to improve, or to possess. You are free. The more you release, the more room there is for peace. You begin to see that it is not in the accumulating of things, or even the accumulation of thoughts, that true peace resides. It lies in the space between the thoughts, the gap between the breaths, the silence beneath the noise. That space is infinite, and it is where you find yourself now. As you rest in this openness, you feel a deeper sense of connection to everything around you. The world is no longer something separate from you. It is part of you, and you are part of it. The trees, the earth, the stars, they are not distant objects, but extensions of your own being. You are the quiet observer, and yet you are everything you observe. There is no separation, only oneness. You begin to realize that everything you've ever sought outside of yourself, peace, happiness, fulfillment, has always been within you. The journey was never about finding something new, but about remembering what you already are. In this moment, you remember that you are the space, the stillness, the peace that you have been searching for. With each passing breath, you are gently reminded that there is no need to seek, no need to search. You are already home. You are already at peace. What would it feel like to rest in the awareness that you are whole and complete, just as you are, and that everything you've ever needed is already here inside you? As the stillness wraps around you, it deepens like a gentle tide, carrying you effortlessly into a quiet place within yourself. The outside world, with all its movement and noise, seems to fade into the distance, and here within you is a vast, boundless peace. This peace does not require anything of you. There is no striving, no effort, only the soft presence of being. In this moment, you feel the truth of the Buddhist teaching on emptiness. The idea that all things are empty of any inherent permanent self. Everything, including you, is interdependent, a part of the vast web of life that flows without beginning or end. You are not separate from the world around you. You are the world flowing through you in an endless dance of change and transformation. The quiet that fills you is not a void, but a space in which everything can exist, everything can be. You sense that within this emptiness, there is also wholeness. The absence of attachment creates a vast room for peace, for acceptance. You are not bound by expectations, nor do you need to fulfill any demands. You simply are, and that is enough. The quiet space within you is filled with all that you need. And as you rest in this space, you realize that there is no longer anything to chase, no need to search for fulfillment or meaning. The meaning is already here in the simplicity of your breath, in the stillness of your mind, in the gentle rhythm of your heart. The teachings on suffering come to you softly. You remember that the Buddha taught that suffering arises from clinging our need to hold on to things, to make them permanent, to attach our identities to them. But in this moment of release, you feel the absence of that clinging. You let go of the need to define yourself, to hold on to your thoughts, your past, your plans. You simply rest in the spaciousness of now. There is peace in letting go. There is freedom in surrender. The more you allow yourself to be with what is to be with yourself, just as you are, the more you feel a profound sense of calm settle over you. The world outside can continue as it will, but here in this moment, you are complete. You are enough. What would it feel like to fully embrace the emptiness within you, to allow it to be the space in which all things arise, and yet in that space, to know you are whole and at peace? In the deepening silence, you feel the presence of the world around you, yet it no longer pulls at you. The weight of the day, the demands of the past, and the future all fade into the background, leaving only the calm and steady rhythm of your breath. It is a reminder that you are here now, completely, fully, and without distraction. There is no rush, no place to go, nothing to do. Just the simple act of being. And in this being there is a profound peace. As you rest in this stillness, the Buddha's teachings on the middle path come to mind, the path of balance, of neither clinging to extremes nor pushing them away. It is the path of acceptance, of simply allowing things to be as they are, without judgment or resistance. You realize that this moment is a perfect expression of the middle path. There is no struggle, no need for effort, only the soft, natural unfolding of each breath, each thought, each sensation. In this moment, you also understand the teaching of letting go. The Buddha spoke of the way attachment causes suffering and how release brings freedom. You have already begun to release, to let go of the weight of expectations, the grasping for control, the longing for things to be different. And as you do, you feel lighter, freer. The grip of worry, of striving, begins to loosen, and in its place, there is only this quiet, restful space. It is as though you have stepped out of the flow of constant activity and into a still pond where the ripples have settled, where the water is clear, and where everything simply is. There is nothing to add to this moment, no need to alter it. Everything is exactly as it should be. And in that realization, there is peace. The world will continue to move, to change, to shift. But here in this moment, you are still. You are whole. You are enough. What would it be like to fully trust the quiet flow of life, to surrender to the rhythm of the present moment without needing to rush or force anything? As you rest in the quiet flow of your breath, you feel a profound stillness settle over you, like a blanket wrapping gently around your body and mind. The external world seems to recede even further, leaving you in a space of pure presence. There is nothing here but you and the silence. No thoughts to chase, no tasks to complete, no demands upon you. Just the simple act of existing, of breathing, and of being. In this stillness, the teachings of the Buddha on mindfulness return to you. To be mindful is to be fully present with what is without distraction or judgment. It is the ability to see things as they are without clinging or pushing them away. And in this moment, you understand that mindfulness is not something to achieve or attain. It is simply something to remember. It is the awareness that arises when you stop trying to control your experience and instead allow it to be as it is. You simply watch gently and without interference as thoughts and feelings come and go. There is peace in this awareness, peace in the realization that you do not need to act on every thought, every impulse, every desire. You can simply let them pass like clouds floating across the sky. You are the sky, vast and open, holding all things without becoming them. The thoughts, the emotions, the distractions, none of them define you. They arise and pass away, and you remain quietly, observing, peacefully present. You feel a lightness in your heart as you release the need for control, for perfection, for a specific outcome. Life, like the wind, flows as it will, and you are carried along with it. You do not need to push to force or to try to steer the course. You are part of the current, and as you let go, you realize that the more you relax into the flow, the more effortlessly you move with it. You are not the river, but you are in the river. And in that presence, you find a deep and abiding peace. The night continues to stretch, the moments slip gently into one another, and in each one you find rest. You are not looking for anything else. You are simply here, fully here, in this perfect moment. What would it feel like to completely surrender to the present moment, to trust the flow of life, and know that you are exactly where you need to be, just as you are? As you settle deeper into this quietude, there is a warmth that begins to spread through your chest, a soft reminder that all is well. The air around you feels alive with the gentle pulse of the universe, but it no longer demands your attention. The only thing you need to focus on is the rhythm of your breath, the way it moves in and out of you effortlessly, like the ebb and flow of the tides. With each inhale, you are filled with a sense of calm. With each exhale, you release whatever you no longer need to hold. The Buddha's teaching of compassion arises gently in your heart. Compassion is not something to be earned, nor something to be given only to others. Compassion is the recognition of shared humanity, the understanding that we are all connected, that all beings just like you are seeking peace, seeking rest. In this moment, you offer compassion to yourself, a quiet recognition of the fact that you too deserve peace. You do not need to strive for it or prove that you are worthy of it. It is already within you. You are enough. As you breathe, you allow this compassion to expand like a soft light, filling every corner of your being. You extend that compassion not only to yourself, but to the world around you, to all the beings who, like you, are searching for peace. And in this simple act of loving kindness, you begin to feel more connected to everything. There is no separation between you and the world. You are part of it all, and it is part of you. You are held in the same gentle embrace that holds the stars, the trees, the ocean. In this moment of deep peace, you realize that there is nothing you need to do to earn this peace. It is already here, always waiting for you to notice it. You simply need to be still enough to receive it. The world may continue to move, and life will continue to unfold. But here right now, there is only this gentle, timeless moment. You are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly who you need to be. What would it feel like to simply rest in this knowing, to release the need to strive or seek, and instead embrace the peace that is already yours? The quiet deepens further, and in this sacred stillness, there is nothing but you and the soft flow of your breath. It becomes more and more clear that everything you need is already within you, resting gently beneath the surface of your thoughts and emotions. There is no need to search for peace or happiness. They are here, always present in the simplicity of this moment. The Buddha spoke of the importance of acceptance, the acceptance of things as they are without trying to change them. And in this moment, you embrace that teaching. You accept yourself exactly as you are, without judgment, without expectation. You are enough. You do not need to strive or reach for anything outside of you. All that is required is to be fully present, to simply breathe, and allow yourself to exist in this perfect moment. In the stillness, you realize that everything is fleeting. Each breath, each thought, each moment is a wave on the ocean of time, rising and falling without attachment. And yet, in this moment, there is something eternal. Beneath the waves of change, there is a calm, unshakable foundation that holds you. This foundation is the truth of your being, the awareness that is always present no matter what passes through your mind or your life. You begin to feel this foundation more deeply within you, a steady presence that does not depend on external circumstances, a peace that does not change with the weather of your thoughts or feelings. It simply is, and you rest in that knowing. The night continues to unfold, and with it, the understanding that you are part of something much greater than yourself, an infinite, interconnected web of life. You are not alone. You are not separate. You are one with everything, and this oneness is the source of the deep peace you now feel. As you continue to breathe, you allow yourself to settle deeper into this peace. You release all the small distractions that once seemed so important. There is only the present moment unfolding like a lotus in the stillness of your heart. What would it feel like to completely accept everything just as it is, to rest in the quiet, knowing that all is as it should be, and that you are enough exactly as you are? As the night stretches on, you continue to sink deeper into the stillness, feeling more and more at home in this space of peace. There is a quiet clarity now, a deep knowing that you are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it. The rhythm of your breath is like a heartbeat, not just of your body, but of the world itself. In this moment, you are not alone. You are part of something vast, something greater than what you can fully understand. And yet there is no need to understand. The peace you feel comes from simply being in tune with the flow of life. The Buddha spoke of being present, of living fully in each moment without distraction or regret. In this moment, you realize that when you are truly present, you are free. The past and future no longer have power over you. You are not burdened by what was or what will be. There is only now. And in this now, there is freedom. With each breath, you feel your connection to the present deepen. There is no need to chase after happiness, no need to strive for anything. The very act of being is enough. You are enough. The more you let go of the need to grasp, to control, to become something more, the more you find peace. Peace is not something to attain. It is simply the state of being here now exactly as you are. In this quiet space, you realize that you are the stillness you seek. You are the peace. It has always been within you, always waiting for you to remember it. The distractions of the world can no longer pull at you. You are grounded in the present, in the eternal flow of life. You are at rest. And in that rest, you find a profound sense of belonging. What would it feel like to remain here, in this stillness, fully at home with yourself, with no need for anything to change? As you sit quietly embracing this deep stillness, the sense of time continues to dissolve. There is no urgency, no rush to be anywhere else or do anything more. You are here fully present, and in that presence, you are whole. It is as if every moment has stretched into eternity, and in this timelessness, you are free from the weight of expectations, from the pull of past and future. The Buddha taught that to be free from suffering is to be free from attachment. In this stillness, you experience that freedom. Freedom not from life, but from the need to cling to it. You do not need to force yourself into any shape to meet any standard. You simply are in the fullness of your being, and that is enough. You are not defined by the stories you have told yourself or the roles you have played. You are simply here, breathing, existing in this moment. And in that simplicity, you find peace. The space around you feels expansive, yet perfectly still. It holds you, and you hold it. There is no separation. The air you breathe, the rhythm of your heart, the quiet of the night, they are all part of the same unbroken whole. You are part of the universe, and it is part of you. You allow yourself to be with this deep truth. There is no need to understand it, no need to analyze it. It is enough to simply rest in the awareness of your connection to everything. All that you need is here. The peace, the love, the sense of belonging. These are the natural state of your being. In this peaceful surrender, there is no longer any striving or searching. You are no longer trying to change the present moment. You simply accept it just as it is. And in this acceptance, you find a quiet joy, a joy that comes not from external circumstances, but from the deep realization that all is well exactly as it is. What would it feel like to simply rest in this joy, to let go of all the searching, and be fully content in the simplicity of being? As you rest in this peaceful joy, you feel the weight of the world gently fade away. There is no longer any need to chase after experiences, possessions, or achievements. Everything you've been seeking is already here within you. The calm rhythm of your breath, the gentle stillness of your mind, these are enough. You realize that you have been whole all along, just as you are, and that there is nothing to add to make yourself complete. The Buddha spoke of equanimity, the ability to remain balanced no matter what life brings. In this moment, you begin to understand what equanimity feels like. It is not a forceful state of control, but a gentle acceptance of whatever arises. You do not react to the fluctuations of life, but instead you observe them with a quiet, open heart. The winds may blow, the storms may pass, but within you is a steady calm. And this calm is not dependent on anything outside of you. It comes from the recognition that you are not defined by circumstances, but by your presence in them. You allow this realization to settle deeper within you. Every thought, every feeling, every sensation is temporary. They rise, they fall, and you remain. You are the space in which these things come and go, and you do not need to attach to them. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to fear. Everything that arises is simply part of the natural flow, and you are free to observe it without being swept away. The stillness in you deepens, and with it, a sense of profound peace. This peace is not something that needs to be earned or achieved. It is already here within you and always has been. It is the quiet foundation that supports you, the unshakable truth that you are enough. In this stillness, you are at home. What would it feel like to fully surrender to this peace, to trust that everything is unfolding as it should, and to rest deeply in the knowledge that you are already whole? In this stillness, you feel a profound sense of acceptance, as though all the questions, all the doubts that once lingered in your mind have been answered by the quiet around you. There is no longer a need to search for the meaning of things, because in this moment, the meaning is clear. It is simple. It is just this breath, this stillness, this presence. Everything else flows from here. The Buddha spoke of awakening, the moment when you realize that what you have been seeking was never outside of you. It was always within you, waiting for you to notice. In this quietude, you awaken to the truth that you are already whole, already complete, just as you are. The world outside may continue on, but here, in this peaceful moment, you realize that you do not need to chase after anything. You do not need to change to become or to achieve. You are enough right here, right now. The gentle flow of your breath, becomes even more soothing, as though each inhale and exhale is washing away the remnants of the past, clearing the space for a deeper, more peaceful awareness to emerge. With each breath, you feel lighter. You feel more expansive, as though the boundaries that once defined you are softening, dissolving, and becoming one with the vastness of the moment. You understand now that life does not need to be forced, that the flow of it will carry you where you need to go. You are like a leaf floating on the surface of a river, moving with the current, not against it. And in that movement, there is peace, there is joy, there is freedom. You are free to be exactly as you are, and there is nothing more you need to do. In this deep peace, there is no striving, no pushing, no resistance. There is only a soft surrender to what is, and in that surrender, a quiet joy arises. This joy does not come from anything external. It is the joy of being alive, of simply breathing, of simply being present. What would it feel like to live each day with this sense of surrender, to trust in the flow of life, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be? As you rest deeper into this surrender, you realize that every breath carries you further into a state of profound ease. There is no longer any need to exert yourself to chase after moments or make them conform to your desires. You are simply here as you are in the quiet rhythm of the present moment. The stillness within you is vast, and it expands with each breath, filling every corner of your being. The Buddha's teachings on impermanence continue to resonate within you. You now understand that nothing remains the same every moment. Every experience, every feeling arises and fades away, like the waves of the ocean. But just as the ocean holds every wave, you hold every moment without being defined by them. You are the vast open sky, and your thoughts and feelings are like clouds passing by here, one moment gone the next. You do not cling to them. You simply let them drift. In this space of non-attachment, you begin to notice how effortlessly everything flows. Life, with all its ups and downs, becomes something you no longer need to control. You do not need to push against the current. You simply flow with it, trusting that it will carry you where you need to go. There is no need to resist change, no need to fight against the ebb and flow of life. You are part of it all, and in your trust, there is freedom. You begin to see the beauty in the simplicity of being in the quiet moments that are often overlooked. The soft rhythm of your breath, the gentle beating of your heart, the stillness of the night. These are enough. In them, you find a peace that transcends the external world, a peace that comes from within. As you sink even deeper into this awareness, you realize that nothing can disturb your inner peace. No thought, no situation, no emotion can take it from you. It is always there within you, waiting for you to return to it. And with each moment you do, what would it feel like to live your life in this gentle trust, to move through each moment with ease, knowing that the peace you seek is already within you? As you continue to rest in this deep peace, you begin to feel the weight of the world melt away. There is no longer any need to hold on to anything, no need to strive, no need to achieve. You are simply here in this moment, fully alive, fully present. The flow of your breath carries you deeper into the stillness, and with each exhale, you release whatever remains of the tension or distraction that once occupied your mind. The Buddha's teachings on no self, the understanding that the self is not a fixed permanent entity, become clear in this stillness. You are not your thoughts, not your body, not your emotions. These things are temporary, like the clouds that drift across the sky. You are the space in which they appear vast and unchanging. Just as the sky holds the clouds but is not defined by them, so too do you hold your experiences, your thoughts, without being defined by them. In this deep awareness, you understand that you are not separate from the world around you. You are an integral part of the interconnected whole. The rhythm of your breath is the same as the pulse of the universe. The quiet stillness within you mirrors the stillness of the night sky. You are not isolated, not alone. You are part of everything, and everything is part of you. The sense of separation begins to fade, and you realize that in your oneness with the world, there is a profound sense of freedom. You no longer need to fight against anything, to resist anything. You can simply be. In this being, you find peace, not because the world has become perfect, but because you have found a way to be at peace with it, just as it is. In the quiet of this moment, you know that you do not need to prove anything, achieve anything, or change anything. You are already enough. The world is already enough. The peace you seek is already here within you. There is nothing more to search for, nothing more to strive for, just the simple act of being, breathing, resting, existing. What would it feel like to live each moment in full acceptance, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, and that you are perfectly aligned with the flow of life? As you breathe deeply into the quiet, the stillness within you grows even more expansive, and you sense how deeply you are connected to everything around you. There is no need to search for meaning or answers anymore, for you realize that everything already carries its own meaning simply by existing. The world around you, in all its beauty and imperfection, simply is. And in this acceptance, you too are simply being, not defined by your thoughts or circumstances, but by your quiet awareness. The Buddha's teaching on the present moment now makes perfect sense to you. The past and future, once so heavy and full of expectation, now seem distant and unimportant. In the present moment, there is only what is. The peace you feel right now is not something you have to strive for, not something you have to reach. It is already within you, already here, waiting for you to notice it. You release any remaining desire to control the flow of time or your circumstances. The more you let go, the more you realize that you are not separate from the flow of life, but an integral part of it. You are not trying to manipulate life to fit your expectations. Instead, you are simply allowing it to unfold, trusting in its natural rhythm. The leaves will fall. When they are ready, the rivers will flow to the sea, and the seasons will change in their time. And just as they move with ease, so too can you. In this profound stillness, you are reminded that everything, including yourself, is temporary. And in this realization, you find comfort. There is no need to hold on to anything, to fight to keep things the way they are. Change is a natural part of life, and you can move with it, trusting that each new moment brings something valuable. There is no rush, no need to change anything. You are already here, already enough. You can simply rest in this moment, breathe in the peace, and let everything be as it is. What would it feel like to trust fully in the unfolding of life, knowing that each moment carries its own wisdom, and that you are exactly where you need to be? In the silence, as you continue to rest in the flow of your breath, you begin to feel a soft acceptance wash over you, a deep knowing that there is nothing more to do, nothing more to change. You are exactly where you need to be. You don't need to try to control or shape your life into something different. The flow of time, the unfolding of experiences, these are all part of the natural rhythm of existence, and you are moving with it effortlessly. The Buddha's teachings on letting go begin to feel more profound now. To let go is not to abandon or to give up, it is to trust. To trust that life will continue to unfold in its own time, and that you do not need to rush it or force it or make it happen. You simply need to let it be. You have spent so much of your life trying to control the outcome of things. But in this moment, you see that the more you let go, the more you feel the natural peace that comes with simply allowing life to unfold. You feel the tension in your body soften as you relax further into this awareness. The need to hold on to anything, to make things happen in a certain way, begins to fade. There is no need to prove anything, to be anything other than what you already are. You are already complete. And in this moment, you can simply rest in the peaceful knowing of that truth. As you breathe, you realize how much energy is freed when you no longer try to resist or control. You can just be. The world moves around you, but it no longer feels as though you must chase it, catch it, or make it bend to your will. The more you surrender to the present moment, the more you find yourself at peace. The soft flow of your breath, the stillness of your mind, the peaceful quiet of your heart, these are enough. You are enough. What would it feel like to fully surrender to life's flow, to rest in the trust that everything is unfolding as it should without the need to change anything? As you rest in this deep surrender, the peace within you becomes even more profound. There is a softness now in your entire being, as though you are being cradled by the very moment itself. The world continues to turn, but in this space, there is no rush, no worry. There is only the quiet presence of now, unfolding with gentle ease. You feel the teachings of the Buddha on mindfulness settle deeper into your heart. Mindfulness is not something that needs to be grasped or forced. It is simply the art of being fully awake in the present moment. To be mindful is to be completely aware, yet without attachment to what arises. You do not need to judge or control, to push away what you do not want or cling to what you do. You simply observe, allow, and accept. This practice of mindfulness brings with it a deep sense of freedom. As you release the need to define or label each moment, you find yourself becoming lighter, less burdened by the weight of expectations. Thoughts come and go like gentle waves, and you do not hold on to them. They pass, and you remain the peaceful observer of it all. In this moment, you are reminded that there is no right way to be. There is no need to fulfill some standard to become something more than you already are. You are simply enough as you are. You do not need to reach any higher peak or discover some hidden truth. You are already here, present in this perfect moment. You feel the sense of connectedness to everything around you deepen, as though you are part of an infinite thread that weaves through all things. The trees, the sky, the stars. These are not distant objects, but part of the same life force that flows through you. You are not separate. You are one with everything, and this oneness brings with it an overwhelming sense of peace. What would it feel like to live with the certainty that you are already enough, that you are already whole, and that you can rest in the flow of life without needing to change anything at all? As you rest in this deep awareness, a calmness settles within you that is profound and unshakable. There is no longer any need for striving, no longing to change or be different. You are simply present, and in that presence you find everything you've been searching for. The space around you feels vast, and yet it holds you gently. The air around you feels full of stillness, as though the entire universe is paused for a moment just for you. The Buddha's teaching on non-attachment now becomes clear in your heart. To be free is not to escape from life, but to release your need to hold on to it, to mold it to your desires. Life is constantly changing, like the waves on the shore, and you in your stillness are the observer. The waves rise and fall, and you simply witness them without resistance. You do not try to control them, and in not controlling you, find peace. You begin to feel the deep truth of this teaching. The more you let go, the more you open to what is. The more you release the need to hold on to the past or control the future, the more room there is for peace to flow in. You no longer fight against the flow of life, but instead you surrender to it, trusting that it will carry you where you need to go. In this surrender, you feel a lightness, a freedom that is not bound by time, not bound by circumstance, but simply free. Your breath continues to guide you deeper into this present moment. You notice the calm, steady rhythm of it, like the pulse of the earth itself. You are part of that rhythm, moving in harmony with it, without effort, without striving. Everything you need is already here, and you feel a deep sense of gratitude for the simplicity of this truth. What would it feel like to let go of the need to control the flow of your life, to simply allow yourself to be carried by it, trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly as it should? As you continue to breathe deeply, the stillness envelops you even more. Each inhale and exhale, a gentle reminder of the quiet rhythm that guides your life. In this space, there is nothing left to do, no future to worry about, no past to revisit. There is only the present moment, this sacred now. You begin to understand that the peace you seek is not something outside of you, nor something that must be earned or worked for. It has always been inside you, quietly waiting for you to notice. The stillness that fills you now is not the absence of something, but the presence of everything. Everything you need, everything you are. The Buddha's teachings on impermanence gently float into your awareness. Nothing lasts forever, and yet in the ever-changing cycle of life, there is beauty. There is freedom in knowing that nothing stays the same, that every moment is a fresh opportunity for peace, for growth, for stillness. And in this impermanence, you find comfort. You are not meant to hold on to anything forever, not your thoughts, your emotions, or even your desires. They come and go like the ebb and flow of the tide. And you, in your peaceful stillness, are the ocean that holds them all without becoming them. In this deep awareness, you realize that you are the space in which everything arises. Your thoughts, feelings, experiences, they are all visitors that come and go. You do not need to hold on to them, nor do you need to push them away. You simply observe them, let them pass, and return to the calm center that is always there within you. What would it feel like to simply rest in the knowledge that everything is temporary, and that in each moment you are already whole, already at peace, and already enough? As you settle further into this peaceful space, you begin to feel the weight of all your thoughts and worries lift away like leaves carried gently by the wind. There is nothing more to solve, nothing to fix, no goal to reach. You realize that the search you've been on, the striving to become something more, was never necessary. You have always been whole, always been enough, just as you are in this very moment. The Buddha's teachings on acceptance resonate deeply within you. To accept things as they are is not to resign yourself to them, but to embrace them without judgment or resistance. It is the act of seeing things for what they truly are, without the need to change or control them. In this moment, you accept yourself fully, just as you are, without expectation, without condition. And in that acceptance, there is freedom. There is peace. You feel a deep connection to everything around you, as though the entire universe is breathing with you in harmony. The stillness that fills you is not isolated. It is shared with the trees, the sky, the stars. You are part of this great web of life, and this web holds you, cradles you with a quiet love. And in that love, you find a profound sense of belonging. You are not alone. You never were. With each gentle breath, you feel a deeper sense of release. The need to control or manipulate your life fades, replaced by the understanding that everything is unfolding perfectly as it should. You do not need to direct your path. You simply need to trust in the flow of life and move with it. Each moment, each breath is a step along the way, and you are exactly where you need to be. What would it feel like to embrace each moment with trust, knowing that you are part of the natural flow of life, and that everything you need is already within you? As you rest deeper in this trust, you begin to feel the subtle unfolding of life around you, as if everything is gently guiding you toward peace. The world outside continues its cycle, yet you are no longer pulled by its movements. You are anchored in the quiet stillness within, and from this place, you see that you do not need to rush or strive. Everything unfolds in its own time, and you are part of that unfolding, moving in harmony with the universe. The Buddha's teachings on non-resistance come to you softly. To resist life is to fight against the current of your existence, but when you allow yourself to move with it, life flows effortlessly. You begin to understand that there is no need to struggle to push against what is. You can trust that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is part of your journey, and it will lead you exactly where you need to go. There is peace in knowing that you are not alone in this journey. Everything around you is supporting you, and all you need to do is allow yourself to be a part of it. As you breathe, you sense the interconnectedness of everything, the way the trees stretch towards the sky, the way the wind dances through the leaves, the way the stars shine above. You are part of that dance, part of that flow. The boundaries that once seemed to separate you from the world around you begin to dissolve. You are not separate from the air you breathe, the ground beneath you, or the sky above. You are all of it, and all of it is you. In this awareness, you feel a deep, profound peace, a peace that is not dependent on circumstances, but is simply the natural state of being when you stop resisting, when you stop trying to control or change what is. You are enough just as you are. You are part of the beautiful unfolding of life, and you do not need to do anything more than simply be present here and now. What would it feel like to completely surrender to the flow of life, to trust in each moment, and know that you are always in the right place at the right time? As you breathe deeply into this surrender, a soft wave of gratitude washes over you. There is nothing you need to grasp, nothing to fight for, just the quiet acceptance of the present moment. You begin to feel a profound sense of peace fill your entire being, like the gentle embrace of the earth itself, holding you safely in its care. The peace is not something you have to achieve or maintain. It is already here, within you, waiting to be noticed. You recall the Buddha's teaching on contentment, the understanding that happiness does not depend on external circumstances, but on the ability to be at peace with what is. In this moment, you feel that contentment deep within you. There is nothing to add to this moment. It is complete just as it is. You realize that you have everything you need within you. The peace, the joy, the stillness, they are all already here. You begin to release any final remnants of effort or striving. There is no need to fix anything, change anything, or become anyone other than who you are right now. You are exactly where you need to be. There is nothing to seek because you are already home, right here in the stillness of the present moment. With each breath, you sink deeper into this understanding, into the realization that you are not defined by your thoughts, your emotions, or your circumstances. You are the observer, the stillness behind it all, and in that stillness, you find your true nature, peaceful, whole, and complete. What would it feel like to fully embrace this peace, to rest in the quiet, knowing that you are enough, and that the unfolding of your life is perfect as it is? As you rest in this deep peace, the world around you seems to fade into the background. The constant motion, the pull of life's demands, these things no longer have the same grip on you. You are held in a space of pure presence where time moves slowly and there is no rush. There is no expectation, no judgment, only the gentle flow of your breath, grounding you in the here and now. You feel the teachings of acceptance settling in even deeper, as though they are becoming part of you. The realization that everything is exactly as it should be, that there is no need for resistance, fills you with a quiet satisfaction. The struggle you once felt, the desire to change, to control, to make things happen in a specific way, begins to dissolve. You no longer need to push or pull at life. You can simply be in it, moving with it, trusting in its flow. You begin to notice that even the smallest moments now hold a profound beauty. The soft rhythm of your breath, the stillness of your body, the way the world continues around you without your intervention. These moments are enough. In them, you find a deep connection to everything. The trees, the sky, the stars above the ground beneath your feet, all of it is part of you, and you are part of it. There is no separation, only the unified pulse of life moving through all things. As you sit in this deep awareness, you realize that you do not need to seek peace. It has always been within you, waiting for you to pause and listen. The peace you feel now is not temporary. It is the natural state of your being when you allow yourself to simply rest, to trust, and to be. There is nothing more to do. You are already whole, already complete. What would it feel like to fully live from this place of deep peace, to trust that each moment is perfect, just as it is, and that you are always enough no matter what life brings? As you continue to rest in this peaceful space, there is a gentle shift within you, a sense of lightness, as though the weight of the world has lifted. You are no longer bound by the pull of your thoughts or the demands of your external world. Everything that once seemed so urgent now feels distant and soft. In this moment, you realize that you are free. You are free from the need to rush, from the need to become anything more than what you already are. You feel the soft presence of impermanence, the truth that everything is constantly changing, and yet in that change, there is no loss. Instead, there is constant renewal. Just as the sun sets and rises each day, so too do the moments of your life shift, each one bringing new opportunities, new experiences, and new lessons. There is no need to hold tightly to any one moment, because each is part of a larger unfolding whole. In this deep peace, you understand that you are part of this unfolding. There is no need to force things to happen, no need to control the flow. You can simply trust in life, trust in the present moment, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. You are not behind or ahead. You are right here, fully immersed in the now. and that is enough. You begin to notice how deeply interconnected everything is, the way your breath connects to the earth beneath you, the way your thoughts arise and fall like gentle ripples in a pond. There is no separation between you and the world around you. You are part of the same rhythm, the same pulse. And in this connection, you feel a deep sense of belonging. You are not alone. You are one with everything. In this stillness, you feel a deep sense of gratitude for the simplicity of life, for the peace that comes from simply being. You do not need to search for anything outside of yourself, because you realize that everything you need is already within you. You are complete. What would it feel like to move through each day with this deep sense of trust, knowing that everything is unfolding as it should, and that you are part of the perfect flow of life? As you sit in this deep, unshakable peace, you begin to feel the subtle yet profound beauty of the present moment. There is no longer any need to seek or search for something else. The quiet rhythm of your breath, the stillness within, and the peaceful awareness you carry are more than enough. In this moment, you realize that everything you've been searching for has been right here within you all along. The Buddha's teachings on equanimity resonate within your heart. Equanimity is the ability to remain balanced no matter what life brings, and in this moment, you feel the truth of that balance. You are not disturbed by the ups and downs of life. Instead, you accept them as part of the ebb and flow of existence. You do not need to hold on to anything, nor do you need to resist what comes. You simply allow life to be as it is moving with it, trusting in its wisdom. As you rest deeper into this understanding, you notice how effortless it becomes to let go of the small worries that once took up so much of your energy. There is no need to control your circumstances, to change what you cannot, or to fix everything around you. You are at peace with what is, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly in its own time. You begin to sense that this peace is not fleeting. It is a deep, unchanging presence that is always with you, no matter the conditions around you. It is a peace that arises from within, from the simple act of being present and accepting things as they are. And in this peace, you find an unshakable sense of freedom. You are free from the need to be somewhere else to be someone else. You are enough just as you are in this moment. The stillness around you becomes a reflection of the stillness within you. And in this reflection, you find a deep connection to all that is. You are not separate from the world. You are part of it, and it is part of you. What would it feel like to carry this peace with you throughout each day, to move through life with the deep understanding that everything is exactly as it should be, and that you are always enough just as you are? As you rest in this profound peace, you begin to feel a soft warmth in your heart, as though you are being gently cradled by the very moment itself. There is no tension left in your body, no burden weighing on your mind. You are simply here, and that is enough. The world continues to move around you, but you are not pulled by it. You are in the stillness, the space between moments, where everything is complete and whole. The Buddha's teachings on presence echo quietly within you. To be truly present is to experience life fully, without distraction, without judgment. It is the ability to meet each moment with openness and acceptance without resistance. You begin to feel this presence more deeply now, as though you are waking to the fullness of life in this very moment. Everything you need is already here. There is nothing to grasp, nothing to chase. There is only the experience of being fully alive. With each breath, you let go even more. The need to seek to control, to hold on to things fades away, and you are left with only the pure, unclouded experience of being. You realize that you are not your past or your future. You are the present moment, and in this moment, you are perfect and whole. There is nothing missing. As you feel the stillness within you, also feel the deep interconnection of all things, the way your breath is tied to the earth, the way your heart beats in rhythm with the pulse of the universe. You are not separate from the world around you. You are a part of it, as much a part of the universe as the stars in the sky, the trees in the forest, the wind that moves through the leaves. This interconnectedness brings with it a deep sense of peace. There is no need to struggle or fight. Life will unfold as it must, and you, in your quiet stillness, will be carried with it. You are already where you need to be. You are part of the perfect flow of life, just as you are. What would it feel like to live each day from this place of deep inner peace, knowing that you are fully present, fully alive, and fully enough in each and every moment? As you continue to rest in this peaceful, grounded presence, you begin to feel a deeper sense of gratitude. Gratitude for simply being here in this moment, experiencing life as it unfolds. There is no longer any need to force or strive, no need to achieve or become anything other than what you already are. In the quiet of your mind, you realize that the very act of being present, of accepting the flow of life as it is enough. The Buddha's teachings on contentment gently rise within you, reminding you that true happiness is not found in external circumstances, but in the acceptance of what is. In this deep acceptance, you find peace. You realize that contentment arises naturally when you stop seeking, when you stop grasping for something more. You are enough just as you are. This truth settles deeply within you, and with it, you feel a profound release. You notice that the world around you continues its gentle rhythm, as if everything is moving in perfect harmony. The trees sway with the breeze, the birds sing their songs, and the stars above shine quietly in the night sky. You too are part of this rhythm, moving with it effortlessly. You are in tune with the natural flow of life, and in this flow, you feel safe, peaceful, and whole. As the stillness deepens, you realize that there is nothing left to prove, nothing to accomplish. You no longer need to chase after anything because you have already arrived. You are home in this moment, and that is enough. The rest of the world can continue as it will, but you are at peace with what is, knowing that you are always part of this perfect unfolding. What would it feel like to live with the deep, knowing that you are already enough, that each moment is a gift, and that you are always in the right place, exactly where you need to be? As you sit in this deep peace, you feel the sense of time begin to fade as though it no longer matters. There is no past pulling at you, no future demanding your attention. All that exists is this moment perfectly unfolding, and within it, you feel the entire universe cradling you in its quiet embrace. The Buddha's teachings on impermanence become clearer now, not as something to fear, but as a natural part of life's flow. Everything, including you, is constantly changing, evolving, and growing. This very moment, with its calm stillness, will soon become the past, and a new moment will arise. And yet, in this moment, there is a profound sense of wholeness. You are not separate from the flow of time, nor are you bound by it. You are a part of it, moving with it, and in your acceptance, you are free. You begin to realize that there is no need to control or hold on to any moment. Life is constantly changing, and you are part of that change. You don't need to resist it or fear it. Instead, you can surrender to it, knowing that each change, each shift, brings something new, something valuable. You are like the ocean, whose surface may shift with the tide, but whose depths remain still and constant. The more you surrender to this flow, the more deeply you feel the peace within you. The peace does not depend on what happens next, or on anything outside of you. It is already here in the stillness of the present moment. There is nothing more you need to do or become. You are already whole already, enough exactly as you are. As you rest here fully present in the quiet peace, you feel a deep sense of gratitude for everything that has brought you to this moment. You no longer need to chase after anything because you already have everything you need within you. You are at peace. You are enough. And in this knowing, you can rest deeply. What would it feel like to carry this deep peace with you throughout your life, to live each moment with the understanding that you are part of the natural flow, and that you are enough just as you are? As you continue to rest in this deep, unshakable peace, you begin to feel the quiet pulse of life moving gently through you. The stillness inside is not empty. It is full of possibility, full of presence. It is the space in which all things arise and pass away. And in that space, you are free. You no longer need to force your way through life or struggle against it. You are simply here in this moment, aligned with the natural flow of existence. The Buddha's teachings on detachment softly come to you, reminding you that true freedom comes not from holding on to things, but from releasing them. When you let go of your attachments, whether they are to outcomes, people, or even ideas, you allow space for peace and clarity to flow freely. You begin to see that the more you release, the more you are able to experience life as it truly is, without the weight of expectation or fear of loss. In this quiet surrender, you realize that you are not bound by your past mistakes, your fears about the future, or any of the stories you've told yourself. They are just passing clouds in the sky of your mind. You are the sky, vast and open, holding all things without being defined by them. You no longer need to carry the weight of those stories. You are free to simply be. As you breathe deeply, you sense that each breath is an invitation to let go a little more, to sink deeper into this stillness. The tension in your body continues to soften, and the worries in your mind begin to fade. You feel lighter, as though the heaviness of your thoughts has dissolved into the vastness of the present moment. And in that lightness, there is a profound sense of freedom. Freedom from the need to be anything other than what you are right now. With each breath, you move deeper into this peace, knowing that you are enough just as you are. There is no need to chase anything or become someone else. You are complete, whole, and free. What would it feel like to live with this lightness, to let go of the need to control or seek, and to simply rest in the quiet, knowing that everything you need is already within you? As you breathe deeply, the peace within you continues to expand, wrapping you in a gentle embrace that fills every corner of your being. With each breath, you are more fully present, more fully alive, and yet there is no urgency, no rush to be anywhere else. The stillness you have discovered is not a void, but a fullness that holds you completely. You are not trying to go anywhere or become anything. You are simply existing in this moment, and in that existence, you are enough. The Buddhist teachings on awakening begin to settle into your heart. Awakening is not some grand event, but a quiet realization that everything you need is already here right now. It is the awareness that you do not need to search for happiness, peace, or fulfillment. They are already within you, quietly waiting to be acknowledged. In this awareness, there is no longer a sense of striving. You no longer feel the need to prove anything or to change anything about yourself. You are already whole. As you sit in this peaceful realization, you feel a deep sense of connection to everything around you: the trees, the sky, the earth, the stars. You are not separate from any of it. You are part of this grand, beautiful unfolding of life. The air you breathe, the rhythm of your heart, the light of the moon, these are all part of you, just as you are part of them. You no longer feel disconnected or isolated. You are home in this moment, in the quiet pulse of the present. The world continues to move around you, but in this stillness, you feel anchored. You are not shaken by the noise or the rush of life. You are the calm center, the peaceful observer, and you realize that this peace is yours to carry with you wherever you go. It does not depend on external circumstances. It is always here, always within you, whenever you choose to rest in it. What would it feel like to live from this place of awakening, to move through each day with the deep knowing that you are already enough, and that the peace you seek is already within you? As you continue to rest in the stillness, you feel the profound depth of your own presence, as though your very being is a part of the expansive universe itself. There is no separation between you and the world around you. The air you breathe, the earth beneath you, the sky above, all of it is part of you, and you are part of it. In this awareness, there is a soft, gentle unity, a sense of belonging that transcends any thoughts of isolation or disconnection. The Buddha's teachings on mindfulness come to you, gently reminding you that to be mindful is to be fully present in each moment, to experience life without distraction, without resistance. You realize that in this present moment, there's no need to rush to plan or to worry about the future. There is only now perfect and complete. You are fully awake to the beauty of what is happening around you. And in that awareness, you find peace. As you sit here, in this quiet space, you feel a deep sense of contentment. Contentment that comes from knowing that you do not need to be anything other than what you are right now. You are enough. There is no need to chase after something more, because you are already whole, already complete. The pressure to change, to improve, to be better has softened, and in its place, there is simply the acceptance of yourself exactly as you are. With each breath, you feel more relaxed, more at ease with the flow of life. There is no need to control the unfolding of your path. You are exactly where you need to be moving, in harmony with the natural rhythm of the world. The worries that once occupied your mind now seem distant, and you realize that they were never as important as the quiet peace that you carry within. In this moment, you see that there is no end goal to reach. There is no destination you need to arrive at. You are already here, already whole. And in that realization, you find a deep sense of peace, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly as it should. What would it feel like to carry this awareness with you throughout your life? To walk each day with the knowledge that you are already enough, and that each moment, just as it is perfect. As you settle deeper into this awareness, you feel the quiet expansion of your heart. There is no hurry, no pressure to move toward the next moment. You are here fully present, allowing life to unfold without resistance. With each passing breath, you feel more deeply at home within yourself. The idea of needing to change or seek something outside of you fades away, and in its place, there is a peaceful acceptance. The Buddha's teaching of being in the moment becomes clearer as you experience it firsthand. It is not about thinking, planning, or analyzing. It is about simply being with the breath, being with your thoughts, being with the space around you. There is a sense of freedom in this simplicity. You no longer need to chase after anything, because everything you need is already here. You are already here in this moment, exactly as you are. As the world continues to shift and move around you, you realize that you don't need to control it, or hold on to it, or fight against it. Everything that arises is a part of the unfolding of life, and you are a part of it. You are in harmony with this flow, and you can trust that everything will unfold in its own time. Just as the river flows without force, you too are carried along, moving with the current, knowing that you are in the right place at the right time. This realization fills you with a deep sense of peace. There is no longer any desire to change, to prove, or to achieve. You are simply being, and in that being, you are at rest. The world outside may continue on its course, but you, in your stillness, are aligned with it, peaceful and unshaken. What would it feel like to move through your life with this sense of trust, to let go of the need to control, and instead allow each moment to unfold naturally, knowing that you are already whole, already enough just as you are? As you continue to rest in this gentle peace, the sense of being fully aligned with the present moment becomes clearer. You no longer feel the urge to reach for something beyond what is here. Each moment is enough as it is. In this stillness, you begin to realize that you are not waiting for something to happen, nor are you trying to fix anything. You simply are. And in that being, there is a profound sense of wholeness and fulfillment. The Buddhist teachings on acceptance continue to unfold within you. You realize that true peace comes when you accept things as they are without needing them to be any different. The world does not need to change for you to find peace. In this moment, you accept yourself exactly as you are, without judgment, without expectation. You are enough just as you are. And in this acceptance, there is freedom. You no longer have to strive to compare or to compete. You are already where you need to be. As you sit in this calm, you begin to feel the soft pulse of life flowing through you, not as something you need to grasp, but as something you are a part of. You are the earth beneath your feet, the air you breathe, the stars above you. All of it is within you, and you are a part of it. The boundaries between you and the world around you soften, and in that softening, you feel a deep sense of connection to all things. You are not separate, not apart, but one with everything that exists. This understanding fills you with an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the simplicity of life. The beauty is in the being, not in what you do or achieve, but in the quiet moments of simply resting in your own presence. You are whole, complete, and at peace, and nothing more is needed. What would it feel like to carry this deep sense of acceptance and connection throughout your days, to move through life with the understanding that you are already complete, and that the peace you seek is already within you? As you settle even deeper into this acceptance, you feel a gentle warmth spreading through your chest, as though your entire being is being held by the quiet embrace of the present moment. There is no struggle, no tension, only the simple act of being. And in that being, there is a profound sense of peace. The world continues to move around you, but you remain anchored in the stillness, grounded in the deep, knowing that everything you need is already here within you. The Buddha's teachings on interconnectedness now resonate even more deeply. You begin to feel the truth that all things are connected, that you are not isolated or separate. You are a part of the endless web of life, flowing with it, moving in harmony with everything that surrounds you. Each breath, each thought, each moment is part of this vast, interconnected dance, and you are not separate from it. There is a quiet joy in this realization, as though you have found your place in the universe, and it is exactly where you are meant to be. You feel the freedom that comes with this understanding. There is no need to search for meaning or happiness, for it is already here, already woven into the fabric of your existence. The peace that you seek does not come from external circumstances, but from within, from the acceptance of what is from being fully present in each moment. And in this presence, you realize that you are not alone. You are one with everything. And in that unity, there is peace. As you breathe, you let go of any remaining desire to control or force anything in your life. There is nothing to change. There is nothing you need to do. You are enough just as you are. The world will continue to unfold as it should, and you, in your stillness, will move with it, trusting in the process, knowing that you are already part of the perfect flow of life. What would it feel like to live with the deep knowing that you are part of something much larger, that everything is interconnected, and that you are already exactly where you need to be? As you continue to rest in this deep awareness, you feel a profound sense of stillness that wraps around you like a gentle protective cocoon. There is no need for anything to change, because in this moment, everything is perfect as it is. The sense of peace within you is unshakable, not dependent on external circumstances, but rooted in the simple truth of being. You realize that everything you have sought outside of yourself has always been here, waiting for you to notice it. The Buddha's teachings on non-resistance begin to deepen within you. You understand that peace does not come from fighting against the flow of life, but from surrendering to it. When you stop pushing against what is, when you release the need to control, you align yourself with the natural rhythm of existence. This rhythm is not something you need to struggle to understand. It is already inside of you, already a part of you. It is the quiet heartbeat of the universe, and you are moving with it. As you breathe in the stillness, you let go of any remaining need to control outcomes or direct the course of events. Life will unfold in its own time, and you can trust that each step, each moment, is part of the perfect process. You are exactly where you need to be. And in that knowledge, you find a deep sense of relief. There is nothing more to do. You don't need to push. You don't need to chase after anything. You can simply be. The realization that everything is impermanent, ever-changing, flowing fills you with a quiet acceptance. Nothing lasts forever, and that is what makes each moment precious. You no longer fear change or the passage of time. Instead, you embrace it knowing that each shift brings with it new opportunities for growth, for peace, for understanding. You are part of the ever-changing, ever-unfolding tapestry of life, and in that there is freedom. What would it feel like to rest in this deep trust, to fully embrace the flow of life, knowing that everything is unfolding as it should, and that you are always exactly where you need to be? As you continue to rest in this profound trust, you feel the weight of any remaining tension gently release. There is no need to try, no need to fight against what is only the quiet, knowing that all is unfolding perfectly. Life moves through you like a gentle stream, and you are carried effortlessly, trusting that each moment brings exactly what you need. The peace you feel is not a fleeting feeling. It is the natural state of being when you allow yourself to simply be. You sense the Buddha's teachings on detachment becoming clearer. It is not about withdrawing from life or letting go of love, but about releasing the need to control or hold on to things that are beyond your influence. You allow each moment to come and go without clinging to it, like watching the waves gently kiss the shore, then recede back into the sea. In this letting go, you find freedom. You are not attached to any one moment, any one outcome. You can simply rest in the flow of life as it unfolds, without needing to direct it, without needing it to be anything other than what it is. In this gentle flow, you begin to feel more deeply connected to everything. The world around you, the people, the trees, the stars, all are part of you, and you are part of them. The boundaries that once seemed to separate you from the universe begin to dissolve, and in that dissolution, you feel a deep sense of unity. You are not an individual apart from the world. You are an expression of it, and it is an expression of you. With each breath, you feel the spaciousness of this awareness grow within you. There is room for everything to arise, to come and go, and yet there is no disturbance. You are the stillness that holds everything. Thoughts, emotions, experiences, all are held gently, like clouds drifting through a vast sky. You no longer need to identify with them, to define yourself by them. You are simply the sky, and everything that arises is part of the whole. What would it feel like to live each moment as an expression of this unity, to move through life with the deep knowing that you are part of the greater whole and that you are enough just as you are? As you continue to rest in this deep and expansive awareness, you feel a sense of lightness that comes from the simple act of surrendering to the flow of life. The tension and striving that once filled your days now seem distant, irrelevant, and in their place is a quiet acceptance. Life is unfolding exactly as it should, and you are moving through it with grace without the need to rush or force anything. The present moment, with its simplicity and peace, is enough. The Buddha's teachings on being present fill you with a deeper understanding. To be truly present is to allow yourself to fully experience each moment without distraction, without judgment, without a desire for anything to change. It is the gentle practice of accepting what is and embracing it with open arms. You realize that in this present moment, there is no need for anything else. You are enough just as you are. You don't need to chase after anything because you have everything you need right here within you. You feel a deep connection to everything around you, the earth beneath you, the sky above you, the air that fills your lungs. There is no division between you and the world. You are part of it, all woven into the fabric of existence. You are not separate from the world's flow. You are a part of it, moving with it, trusting that each moment brings with it what you need. As you breathe into this peaceful space, you realize that there is no end to this journey, no final destination. Life is not about reaching a specific place or achieving a particular goal. It is about being fully present in the here and now, accepting each moment as it comes, and trusting that each step along the way is exactly where you need to be. You are already where you need to be, and everything you are experiencing is part of your growth, your journey, and your unfolding. What would it feel like to live each moment with this deep trust, fully embracing the flow of life, knowing that you are already exactly where you are meant to be? As you continue to rest in this deep, serene space, you begin to feel a subtle shift within you, one that brings even greater clarity and peace. The world around you may still be moving, but you are no longer pulled by it. You are simply being, existing in the quiet truth of the present moment. And in that truth, you are whole. The Buddhist teachings on emptiness flow through you now with a gentle understanding. To realize emptiness is to see that everything, including yourself, is not separate or fixed, but part of a constantly changing flow. This understanding is not one of loss, but of freedom. You no longer need to hold tightly to any part of your experience, to any aspect of yourself, because you understand that everything is impermanent. Thoughts, emotions, and experiences rise and fall, but the space that holds them remains unchanged. And in that space, you are free. You feel a lightness in your being, a release from the burden of attachment. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to control. Everything is as it is, and in that simple truth, there is peace. You can allow life to unfold as it does, knowing that you are part of it, and that you are always in the right place, in the right moment. The need to chase after or resist any experience is gone. You are content with what is with the beauty of the present moment. You can simply rest, breathe, and be. This freedom you feel is not external. It is a deep inner knowing that you are whole, that you are enough just as you are. You are not defined by what you have or have not accomplished. You are not defined by your past or your future. You are simply here, in this moment, and in that presence, you are already complete. What would it feel like to continue through life with this understanding, embracing each moment with a sense of peace, knowing that you are not defined by your past or future, and that you are always enough, just as you are? As you continue to rest in this peaceful awareness, you feel a profound sense of relief settle in. The weight of expectations, the pull of desires, and the striving to be something other than what you are begin to fade away. There is no need to seek validation or prove your worth. In this moment, you realize that you are enough exactly as you are. You are whole, complete, and at peace with yourself, and there is nothing you need to change. The Buddha's teachings on non-attachment deepen within you now, and you see them in a new light. To be free is not to withdraw from life or to abandon everything, but to release your grip on it. You allow life to come and go, to flow as it will, without the need to control or possess. In that release, there is a softening, a quiet openness that allows you to embrace the present moment with full awareness without resistance. You feel the natural rhythm of your breath, the rise and fall, like the ebb and flow of the ocean. Each inhale is an invitation to receive, and each exhale an opportunity to release. You no longer need to cling to anything that comes your way. Thoughts, feelings, experiences all of them arise and pass like waves in the sea. And just as the ocean holds the waves without becoming them, so too do you hold your experiences without becoming attached to them. In this gentle acceptance, you begin to feel a deep connection to the world around you. You are not separate. You are one with everything: the earth, the sky, the trees, the stars. The quiet presence within you is not isolated. It is part of the vastness of life, and you are at home in it. The more you embrace this oneness, the more you feel a peaceful belonging. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and you are enough. With each breath, you allow yourself to soften even more, to rest even deeper in the present moment. You feel the peace that comes with knowing you do not have to chase after anything. There is nothing to reach for, because you already have everything you need within you. You are complete, and in this knowing, you find freedom. What would it feel like to carry this peace with you throughout your life? To move through each day with the understanding that you are enough and that everything you need is already within you. As you continue to rest in this deep and unhurried peace, you feel the weight of the world gently release, as though it is being softened and carried away by the flow of time. There is no need for you to control or shape the world around you anymore. Life with all its twists and turns will continue, and you will continue with it, moving in harmony with its rhythms, not as a force to be reckoned with, but as a part of the flow itself. The Buddha's teachings on letting go continue to resonate within you, not as an abandonment, but as an opening, an invitation to allow things to be as they are. You do not need to struggle or fight against the natural course of your life. There is freedom in simply letting go of resistance. In that space of release, you begin to see how effortlessly life unfolds when you stop trying to control it. You are not bound by your past mistakes, nor by the stories you have carried with you. The present moment is free, and you are free within it. You begin to feel a deep sense of gratitude for the simplicity of this moment, how it holds you without effort, how it surrounds you with the peace that has always been within you. In this stillness, there is nothing left to prove. There is no need to chase happiness, peace, or fulfillment, because they are already here, nestled quietly within you. You are exactly where you need to be, and in that knowing, you find profound peace. With each breath, you feel more deeply connected to the present moment. There is nothing beyond this, no need to reach or strive. You are simply here, breathing, existing. And in that simplicity, there is beauty. You realize that life does not need to be rushed, nor does it need to be fixed. It is unfolding just as it should. And you, in your peaceful stillness, are moving through it effortlessly. What would it feel like to live each day with this quiet knowing, to move through life with ease, trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly, and that you are always enough, just as you are? As you sit in this profound stillness, the world seems to soften even more. You feel the gentle pull of the present moment, drawing you deeper into its embrace. Each breath brings you further into a state of pure awareness, where the need for effort, for striving, or for becoming something else fades away. There is nothing left to chase, nothing to prove. There is only the peaceful acceptance of the moment exactly as it is. The Buddhist teachings on impermanence flow softly through your mind. Everything in life is constantly changing. Thoughts, emotions, and circumstances. They all rise and fall like waves in the ocean. And yet, beneath the surface of these fluctuations, there is a stillness, a peace that is unchanging. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances. It is the deep, unwavering presence within you, waiting to be recognized. As you breathe, you begin to notice how much space there is within you, space to accept each moment, space to simply be. You realize that you do not need to hold on to anything, nor do you need to resist anything. The more you release, the more room there is for peace to expand. You can simply allow things to come and go, knowing that you are not defined by them. You are the space in which they arise and pass away. And in that space, you are free. The more you settle into this awareness, the more you feel a deep sense of ease, as though you have finally let go of all that you no longer need. You feel light, as though you are floating effortlessly, carried by the present moment. And in this lightness, there is freedom. The weight of past regrets and future anxieties no longer have a hold on you. You are here fully alive in this moment, and in that aliveness, you find peace. What would it feel like to live your life with this deep trust in the flow of things, to let go of the need to control or resist, and instead embrace the peace that comes from simply being exactly as you are? As you continue to rest in this serene presence, you feel an even deeper sense of peace settle over you, like a soft blanket of stillness wrapping gently around your being. There is nothing to hold on to, no thoughts or distractions pulling at you. Just the quiet, effortless rhythm of your breath, grounding you more deeply in the moment. You realize that there is no need to force anything. Life is unfolding perfectly as it should, and you are moving with it effortlessly. The Buddha's teachings on acceptance fill you with a gentle knowing. To accept life as it is without resistance is to open yourself to the natural flow of things. You do not need to fight against the current. You can trust that it will carry you where you need to go. The more you release your attachment to outcomes, the more you allow yourself to experience the beauty of each moment, just as it is. There is peace in the acceptance of what is without judgment, without the need to change, just being. In this quiet space, you sense the profound interconnectedness of all things. You are not separate from the world around you. The same breath that fills your lungs moves through the trees, the mountains, and the sky. Everything is connected, and you, in this moment, are part of that connection. The boundaries between you and the world begin to fade, and in their place, there is a deep sense of unity, a quiet joy in simply being part of the unfolding of life. You no longer feel the need to chase happiness or fulfillment. You realize that they are already here in the simplicity of the present moment. You are already whole. You are already enough. And in that knowing, there is freedom. You are free to simply rest in the peace that is always available to you, the peace that arises when you stop striving and simply allow yourself to be. What would it feel like to live with the deep understanding that you are already complete, to move through each day with the ease and grace that comes from simply being at peace with what is? As you continue to rest in this profound stillness, you feel a subtle shift, an even deeper sense of calm washing over you. There is no need to rush, no need to change, no need to strive. The peace within you grows, not because anything is added, but because you are simply allowing it to be. You are no longer chasing after anything, nor waiting for something to make you whole. You are whole already, exactly as you are. The Buddha's teachings on letting go of attachment resonate softly in your mind. You realize that attachment is not about holding on to things, but about holding on to the idea that things should be different. The moment you let go of the need for things to be other than they are, you find yourself in alignment with the flow of life. You do not need to fight against the natural unfolding of the world. You can move with it, trusting that it will lead you where you need to go. In this moment of letting go, there is a deep sense of release, a lightness, a freedom, as though the weight of unnecessary burdens has simply evaporated. The tight grip you once held on time, on outcomes, on success or failure begins to soften. You realize that none of these things define you. You are simply here in the present, experiencing life as it is. And in that experience, you find peace. The awareness of impermanence becomes clearer. Everything in life is constantly shifting, but that does not mean you are lost in it. The seasons change, the day turns to night, and still you remain as the quiet observer. Just as the sky holds the clouds without becoming them, so do you hold your thoughts, your feelings, and your experiences without being defined by them. You are the space in which they arise, and that space is vast, still, and peaceful. What would it feel like to continue living from this place of deep trust, letting go of the need to control, and simply embracing each moment as it is, knowing that you are already whole, already enough, and always moving with the natural flow of life? As you continue to rest in this quiet awareness, a soft warmth begins to spread through your heart. There is no effort needed, no striving. You are simply here, fully present, and in that presence, you feel an inner peace that is both gentle and unshakable. The world around you may continue to shift and change, but within you, there is stillness, a calm that does not depend on the external, but is rooted deep within your own being. The Buddha's teachings on inner peace fill your heart with understanding. True peace is not found in the absence of change or challenge, but in the acceptance of what is. When you stop resisting the flow of life, when you allow things to be as they are, you find that peace is already there. It is not something to seek, but something to recognize. It is within you, always waiting for you to notice. With each breath, you feel yourself becoming more fully aligned with this peace. It is not a forceful or intense peace. It is a soft, expansive stillness that allows everything to arise and pass without attachment. You no longer need to cling to anything because you realize that you do not need anything to be whole. You are already whole, exactly as you are. The sense of freedom in this realization is profound. You are free to experience life without the weight of expectations, free to simply be present in each moment without fear or desire for it to be different. You can release the need to control, to plan to fight against what is, because you know that everything unfolds as it should in its own time. You are part of this unfolding, and in that understanding, there is peace. In this quiet, you begin to feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for everything that has brought you to this moment. You are exactly where you need to be, and everything that has come before has led you here to this place of stillness and peace. You do not need to change anything. You are enough. What would it feel like to live from this place of inner peace every day, to carry this understanding with you through the rhythms of life, knowing that you are already whole, already complete, and that everything unfolds as it should? As you settle deeper into this stillness, you notice how the rhythm of your breath aligns perfectly with the world around you. It is as if you are part of a larger, timeless dance, a dance of life unfolding in its own perfect way. You are not separate from it. You are woven into it, moving effortlessly without resistance. The Buddhist teachings on non-attachment become even clearer now. To be attached is to tie yourself to the fleeting, to grasp at the temporary, and try to make it permanent. But you begin to realize that in letting go of attachment, you are not losing anything. You are gaining freedom. You are giving yourself permission to be at peace, to be present with whatever arises, without the need to hold on to it or push it away. Each moment is enough as it is. It does not need to be different. You are free to simply experience it. This deep understanding fills you with a sense of lightness. You no longer feel burdened by expectations or desires. You no longer need to be anywhere other than where you are, because where you are right now is exactly where you need to be. The thoughts that once filled your mind, the worries and distractions, begin to fade into the background. They are no longer important. What matters now is the quiet presence of this moment, the peace you carry within you, and the freedom that comes with releasing the need to control anything. As you breathe, you feel your body soften. There is no tension, no effort. You simply exist in the flow of life, moving with it, trusting it, and allowing it to carry you wherever it leads. You are not afraid of what comes next. You are not trying to hold on to what is. You are simply here, present and free. In this deep peace, you realize that nothing has been lost. There is no need to chase after something you think you need. You already have everything you need within you. You are whole, complete, and enough just as you are. What would it feel like to live each day with this deep sense of freedom, knowing that you are enough, that everything unfolds perfectly as it should, and that all you need to do is be present and trust the flow of life. As you continue to rest in this stillness, a deep sense of trust begins to settle within you. There is no need to seek, no need to strive. You have released the weight of expectation, and in its place, you find peace. You are no longer defined by what you do, or what you've accomplished, nor by what others think of you. You are simply here breathing being. The Buddha's teachings on detachment take on a gentle significance in your heart. Detachment is not about shutting yourself off from the world, but about releasing the need for things to be a certain way. It is about letting go of your attachment to outcomes, to specific results, and simply trusting that life will unfold as it should. You realize that by letting go of the need to control, you allow yourself to experience the fullness of each moment without the burden of expectation. As you breathe, you feel the space around you expand, and you expand with it. You no longer feel limited or confined by your thoughts, your fears, or your desires. You are free from the need to cling to anything, free from the urge to chase after what you think you want. Instead, you allow life to come to you, trusting that what is meant to be will find its way to you in its own time. This sense of freedom is not a release from the world, but a deeper connection to it. You are not separate from anything or anyone. You are part of the unfolding flow of life, moving with it, embracing it without resistance. In this connection, you find a deep peace. The world does not need to change for you to be at peace. You can be at peace right now, exactly as you are in the quiet of this moment. What would it feel like to live fully in the present, trusting the flow of life and knowing that you are enough just as you are, that you don't need to strive, change, or prove anything? As you continue to rest in this peaceful awareness, you feel the gentle expansion of your heart, as though your entire being is opening to the vastness of the present moment. There is no need to reach for anything, to seek out more, or to try to control what comes next. You are simply here, fully alive exactly as you are. The Buddha's teachings on mindful living resonate softly within you. To live mindfully is to be fully present, not lost in the past or future, but here in the richness of now. It is the art of experiencing life without judgment, without resistance. You realize that in this moment, you are experiencing the fullness of life just by being present with it. The world around you, with all its beauty and imperfection, is part of you, and you are part of it. You no longer need to separate yourself from the flow of life. You can simply move with it, trusting that it will take you where you need to go. As you breathe, you feel a sense of deep gratitude for this moment. Everything you have been searching for, peace, fulfillment, connection, has been here all along, quietly waiting for you to notice. There is nothing more you need to do to earn it or achieve it. You are already complete, already whole. You are enough, exactly as you are. You begin to sense how deeply interconnected everything is. Your breath, the air, the earth beneath you, all of it is connected part of a greater whole. You are not an isolated being, but an integral part of this vast, beautiful universe. And in that interconnectedness, there is a quiet joy, a soft knowing that everything is exactly as it should be. You belong here. You are part of the unfolding of life. What would it feel like to live each day with the deep understanding that you are already enough, that you are part of something greater, and that everything is unfolding perfectly in its own time? As you continue to rest in the deep flow of peace, a serene sense of gratitude begins to bloom within you, like a flower opening slowly to the sun. You are aware now that there is nothing outside of you that can bring lasting peace, because peace is not found in external circumstances. It is found in the quiet, steady presence within you, this gentle, infinite space where everything simply is. The Buddha's teachings on inner contentment come gently to the forefront of your awareness. True contentment is not about accumulating more or achieving something greater. It is the quiet acceptance that everything is perfect as it is. You realize that you do not need anything beyond the present moment to feel complete. You are already whole, and you always have been. In this moment, there is no gap, no emptiness, just the fullness of your own being. As you breathe, you feel the connection between you and everything around you. The air you inhale, the ground beneath you, the stars above, they are all part of you, and you are part of them. This oneness brings a deep sense of peace, a feeling of belonging to the greater whole of existence. There is no longer any feeling of separation, no longer a sense of being outside of life. You are life, and life is you. Everything flows together seamlessly, and you trust that you are always exactly where you need to be. You begin to feel the lightness that comes with this understanding. There is no burden of expectation or effort. You are no longer striving or seeking. You are simply allowing life to unfold as it will. You trust that it will carry you where you need to go, and there is peace in that trust. You are part of the current, moving with it, flowing effortlessly. In this space, there is no need to worry about what comes next or what might have been. The past and the future are simply distant echoes, and you are fully rooted in the present, in the peace of right now. What would it feel like to move through life with this deep contentment, knowing that you are enough, that everything you need is already within you, and that you are always in perfect harmony with the flow of life? As you continue to rest in this deep contentment, you feel a sense of effortless peace flowing through you. There is nothing left to search for or fix. You are not bound by the past or future. You are simply here, fully immersed in the present moment. The world moves around you, but within you, there is an unshakable stillness, a quiet knowing that everything is as it should be. The Buddha's teachings on non-attachment become clearer now. Attachment is not about the absence of love or connection, but about letting go of the need to control or hold on to something that is beyond your grasp. You begin to understand that true freedom comes from releasing the desire to make things last forever, to keep everything in a certain way. You can love, you can be present, but you no longer need to cling to moments, ideas, or people to find your peace. With each breath, you release the last remnants of resistance, allowing yourself to sink even deeper into this space of trust. The natural flow of life moves effortlessly, and you are a part of it, moving with ease and grace. There is no need to struggle against the current. There is no need to force things into place. You trust that life will unfold exactly as it should, and you are fully aligned with that unfolding. You feel the gentle warmth of this peace spread through you. It is as though the very act of letting go is like opening a door to an even deeper, more expansive state of being. You are not defined by anything outside of you. You are simply here, experiencing life as it is, moment by moment. The weight of the world seems to lift, and you find yourself lighter, freer, more at ease. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Everything that you have experienced, everything that you have lived, has brought you to this moment of peace. You are already whole. There is nothing more to seek. You are enough exactly as you are, and in that truth, there is freedom. What would it feel like to live with this deep sense of peace and trust, to move through each moment with the understanding that everything is unfolding perfectly, and that you are already whole just as you are? As you rest deeper into this understanding, you feel the weight of time itself begin to fade. There is no urgency, no pressure to do or become anything else. You are fully present in this moment, and within that presence, you experience a quiet, timeless peace. The world may continue its dance, but you are no longer trying to keep up or shape it into something else. You are simply here, and in that simplicity, there is a profound sense of freedom. The Buddha's teachings on mindful acceptance return to you. To accept life as it is in each moment is to free yourself from the need to control it, to shape it, or to push against it. When you let go of your attachment to how things should be, you find that peace is always available to you. You do not need to force anything. The moment is already complete, just as it is, and you in this moment are already complete as well. Each breath you take fills you with a deeper sense of calm. The natural rhythm of your body and mind is aligned with the flow of life. You no longer need to try to make anything happen. You simply breathe, you simply exist, and in that existence, you are enough. The world is not something to be conquered or controlled. It is something to be experienced just as it is. And in this experience, you find peace. You begin to realize that everything you need is already within you. There is no external solution that will bring lasting peace. It comes from within, from the acceptance of what is from being fully present in the moment. You are not incomplete. You are already whole. And when you recognize that there is nothing left to do but rest in the peace that is always here. What would it feel like to walk through life with this quiet knowing, to embrace each moment with the deep understanding that you are enough and that everything you need is already within you? As you continue to settle into this deep awareness, you feel a profound sense of quiet joy within you. It is a joy that does not depend on circumstances or external achievements. It is the simple joy of existing fully in the present moment. There is no need to chase after anything. Everything is unfolding just as it should. You are right where you need to be, and in that realization, you find peace. The Buddha's teachings on living with compassion begin to unfold gently within you. Compassion is not about fixing others or changing the world to meet your expectations. It is about holding space for everything, as it is accepting others and yourself without judgment. You realize that compassion begins with you being kind to yourself, allowing yourself to rest in this moment without needing to be anything more. When you can be compassionate with yourself, you can then extend that compassion outward, meeting others in their own journeys without judgment, offering them the same acceptance and peace you have found within. This understanding fills you with a deep sense of connection, as though you are part of a larger whole, woven into the fabric of life itself. The boundaries that once seemed to separate you from the world fade away, and in their place is a deep sense of unity. You are not separate from the people, the animals, the trees, or the earth. You are part of it all, and this connection brings a quiet peace that permeates your entire being. With each breath, you allow yourself to sink even deeper into this peaceful knowing. The moment becomes clearer, more vibrant, as though the world around you is fully alive, and you, in your stillness, are part of that aliveness. You no longer need to seek outside yourself for fulfillment. Everything you need is already here within you, and in this recognition, you find peace. What would it feel like to move through your days with this deep sense of compassion, not only for others, but for yourself, knowing that you are already complete and that everything you seek is within you? As you continue to sit in this space of quiet stillness, you feel the peace within you deepen, like the slow, steady rhythm of a heart that knows no hurry. The world continues on, but you are no longer swept away by its currents. You are anchored in the present moment, and in this anchoring, you find freedom. The peace within you is not dependent on the outside world. It is an inner stillness that you carry with you wherever you go. The Buddha's teachings on inner peace resonate softly in your heart. True peace is not found in the absence of conflict or external struggles, but in the acceptance of things as they are. When you stop resisting the flow of life, when you stop pushing against the way things are, you find that peace arises naturally as a deep wellspring within you. You are no longer fighting or trying to change anything. You are simply being. And in that being, there is a deep sense of fulfillment. You begin to realize that peace is not something you need to search for, nor is it something you need to earn. It is already here within you, waiting for you to notice it. The more you allow yourself to relax into this understanding, the more you feel the layers of tension and stress melt away. You are enough just as you are, and in this simple truth, you find a profound sense of freedom. With each breath, you feel more deeply connected to the present moment, to the natural rhythm of life. you no longer feel the need to chase after anything. There is no destination, no end goal. There is only the journey, the quiet unfolding of life in each breath, each step. You can trust that life will guide you where you need to go, and all you need to do is simply be present with it. What would it feel like to walk through life with this deep trust, knowing that peace and fulfillment are already within you, and that everything you need is already here in the present moment? As you rest in this gentle awareness, you begin to feel a profound sense of clarity. The noise of the world quiets, and all that remains is the stillness within you. There is no longer any need to search for meaning, for peace, or for fulfillment. They are all here, already present within the depths of your being. You realize that the peace you seek is not a destination, but a state of being, a state that you can return to at any moment, simply by allowing yourself to rest in the present. The Buddha's teachings on detachment come to mind not as a withdrawal from life, but as a release of the need to control or possess. To be detached is to let go of the belief that you need things, people, or circumstances to be a certain way in order to find peace. Instead, you learn to accept life as it is in all its impermanence, knowing that every experience, every moment is perfect as it is. You are free to experience life fully without holding on to any part of it. And in that freedom, you find peace. With each breath, you feel a lightness in your being, a softening. The weight of striving, of needing to be somewhere else, of needing to change things, fades away. You realize that you do not need to force anything or manipulate the flow of life. You are simply here, and that is enough. There is nothing more you need to do, nothing more to achieve. You can trust that life will continue to unfold as it should, and you are part of that unfolding. The sense of connection to everything around you deepens. You are not apart from the world. You are a part of it, woven into the fabric of existence. The trees, the sky, the stars, and even the air you breathe, they are all part of you, and you are part of them. This interconnectedness brings a deep sense of peace, knowing that you are not alone in this world. You are held by the same life force that moves through all things. What would it feel like to live each day with this deep trust in the present moment, to embrace each experience as it comes, knowing that you are already whole and complete, and that you are perfectly aligned with the flow of life? And as you rest in this peaceful awareness, a sense of profound contentment fills you. The world may continue its rhythm, but you remain steady in the stillness. You are enough just as you are. No need to chase after anything. No need to strive or search. Everything you need is already within you. And in this moment, you are whole. As you sit in this quiet, a deep sense of gratitude fills your heart. For the present moment, for the peace that is already yours, for the understanding that you are part of something much greater. Everything is in perfect order, and you, in this moment, are at rest. And if you're still awake, that's okay too. Some nights, just lying still and breathing softly is enough to return home to yourself